Hi, and welcome to week 2 for ECED 5354. I hope you had a fantastic week 1, and I'm looking forward to diving into week 2. So, for the first task for week 2, we have the discussion board. And just want to remind you, you're really answering the questions. There's 4 questions provided this week based on the readings. And the readings this week, we have 2 readings that dive into play and look at play in early childhood. And then we have some readings that look at constructivism and its theoretical foundations, how constructivism connects to theorists that you've probably heard of. And then strategies to support constructivist learning and constructivist teaching in early childhood. And then a reading related to learner-centered instructional strategies in early childhood, specifically in early childhood STEM, and what learner-centered instructional strategies in early childhood STEM could look like, how we can create learner-centered early childhood STEM. So that's the discussion for week 2. And then we have the second task, which is the deeper look. And I just want to remind you for the deeper look, you are synthesizing the readings and videos that you have. And so, what does that mean to synthesize? Synthesize is when you're taking the information and you're not just repeating it, or you're not really comparing and contrasting, but you're creating something from it. It's sort of like you're taking the ingredients of a cake. You know, you have milk, you have eggs, you have flour, you have sugar, and when you combine them all together and put them in the oven, um, you what comes out? A cake. So that's what synthesis is. You're taking the ingredients of these separate readings and you're mixing them in your mixing bowl, um, which is clearly your cognitive process, your thinking, and sharing your insights and thoughts, what you have created from this these readings. And the readings for this week really talk about 3 different topics related to learning in early childhood and really learning in general, but in this case, early childhood and early childhood STEM. The first set of readings relate to inquiry-based learning and learning based on interest and exploration and learning theories and instructional models connected to interest and exploration and how we can support that in early childhood STEM. Then the second readings connect to, project-based learning and how we can support project-based learning. We have a video with an example of that, as well as some articles that describe project-based learning in classrooms. And then the third group of readings are based on visual thinking. And I provide some links to a website. You will have to, I'm going to say, dig around in that website to find some links that work. Some of them seem not to work, but if you dig around, you will find ones that work. There is a video and there are 2 articles that you can find to read about visual thinking. So I invite you to do that, at least 2, if not more. There are more. But I invite you to look at those articles, watch the video, and explore visual thinking. And then put those pieces together, those 3 methodologies or learning theories, um, and see what comes together for you. And I look forward to reading your posts and hope you have a wonderful week. Be well.